Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly over the rainbow.
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my top 10 favorite movies of 2022. This is part of a series I'm doing where I rank my 10 favorite movies of each year since I was born, and this week I'm doing the year 2022. So I'm going to go ahead and just get going. Coming in at number 10 is Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. This is a biopic, a spoof biopic, based on the life of Weird Al Yankovic, partially based on his life. It is more of a send-up parody movie of biopics and stuff in general and everything. It makes fun of the tropes that you see in biopics and stuff, and a lot of the stuff that happens in this didn't happen in real life. Some of it is based in truth, but most of it isn't, and everything. He over-exaggerates a lot of the stuff that happens and everything to make the story more interesting, and it's just a really funny, hilarious movie, and I really enjoyed this one quite a bit and everything. If you're a fan of Weird Al, I highly recommend it and everything. Daniel Radcliffe just does a really great job in this movie and everything. So Weird, the Al Yankovic Story is number 10, and number 9 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I really enjoyed this movie quite a bit. I love Knuckles. He's a great new villain slash protagonist and everything, as he switches sides halfway through the movie and joins Team Sonic and everything. But he's just a really lovable character. I really love Knuckles, and the fights between him and Sonic are really good and everything. And Jim Carrey is once again just absolutely great as Eggman, and I just love this movie and everything. It's a really, really great sequel, and I feel like the Sonic movies are one of the rare franchises that just keeps getting better with quality and everything. And this one was a step up from the first one, and the third one was a step up from this one. So I feel like this is a strong franchise and everything, and I absolutely love this movie. So Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is number 9, and number 8 is Puss and Boots: The Last Wish. This is a really fun sequel to Puss and Boots, and it's a really good just movie in general. It's really fun. The animation is gorgeous. It's got some really beautiful animation. It looks like it's almost from a storybook painting and stuff. It looks really, really good. The story is really good of him trying to get this last wish so that he can regain his 9 lives and stuff is really good and everything. And it's just got a good message about living the life you have and everything. It's really, really entertaining movie. I've always really liked this one quite a bit. So Puss and Boots: The Last Wish is number 8, and number 7 is Scream 5, or also known as Scream. I call it Scream 5 because that's what it is and everything. It makes sense in the context of the movie why it's called Scream, but I just call it Scream 5. This is a really good requel to the franchise that brings in new characters and everything, and we see our old main characters as supporting characters and stuff. It really reminiscent of Halloween 2018 or the Star Wars sequel trilogy, where the main characters were sidelined to supporting roles. But this movie is really good. I really enjoy the characters in this movie. The Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are really likable as new characters. The Meeks twins are really good too and everything, and they do a good job bringing in the core 4 and introducing them. And the villains are good in this one. The ghost faces in this movie are pretty good and everything. You got Amber, and I cannot remember Jack Quaid's character's name. His name is just totally escaped my mind. I cannot remember it to save my life, but he's really good in here too. And I love the cast, and it's just a really fun movie and everything. So Scream 5 is number 7, and number 6 is Hustle. This is a really good drama where Adam Sandler's playing a basketball coach, kind of past his prime and stuff. And it's a really good movie. Really great performance from Adam Sandler, who gives a really, really great performance. And the story is really good, and I just really love this one. So Hustle is number 6, and number 5 is Terra Fire 2. This is a really good sequel to the first Terra Fire movie. I love how it expands everything from the first one and everything, but also adds a lot of lore to the character of Art the Clown. And Sienna is a really good final girl. She's a really likable character. She's badass. And it's just a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed this one quite a bit. It takes everything that made the first one great and ups it in so many ways, and it's way, way better than the first one. And the first movie is still a really great movie too, don't get me wrong. I still love the first Terrifier, but this one is one of the best in the franchise, if not the best. Part of me says this one's the best, part of me says 3's the best, and everything. But I think this one is my favorite. But Terrifier 2 is number 5, and number 4 is Clerks 3. I feel like this is a really good ending to the Clerks trilogy. I know a lot of people were mixed on this movie. Some loved it, some hated it. I personally loved it. I think it has a lot of heart and everything, and while still being absolutely hilarious and stuff, the humor has matured and stuff in this movie. And it's just a really good time and everything. I've always really loved this one from the day I saw it in the theater and everything. And so Clerks 3 is number 4, and number 3 is Elvis. I absolutely love this movie. When this movie came out, I was at a low point in my life. I wasn't really enjoying very many movies and stuff and everything. I was going through a lot of personal stuff. And this movie came out and I saw it and I reconnected with a part of myself that I thought was long gone. I was a big fan of Elvis as a kid and everything, but this movie really brought me back into fandom and stuff, and I've really gotten back into his music and everything. I wouldn't say his movies. I never really could get into Elvis's movies, but I love his music. And this movie kind of helped remind me why I loved his music so much and everything. And this is a really good, grand, epic biopic. It does have things that I don't like about it, like them using modern music in a movie about Elvis and stuff. I think that was kind of dumb, but that's just Baz Luhrmann doing stupid Baz Luhrmann stuff. But all in all, I really love this movie and everything. So it's number 3. And number 2 is The Fable Men. I've always wanted a movie about Steven Spielberg and stuff because he's one of my favorite movie directors, and I still feel like there's more story to tell here. I kind of hope we get a sequel to this movie. But this was a really good movie about Spielberg's younger life when he was in his teens, starting out becoming a filmmaker, and how he became the filmmaker he is and stuff. And I love that and everything. It's a really, really good movie. I would love to see a movie about him making movies and stuff too. Everything, do a sequel maybe a few years down the line. I don't know. Spielberg has expressed interest in maybe doing a sequel. I wouldn't mind getting one and everything, but I love this movie. I think it's a really, really great movie and everything, and it's got a really great cast, especially Michelle Williams and Paul Dano. They are both really great in this movie, but this is a really good one. So The Fable Men is number 2, and my number 1 favorite movie of 2022 is The Whale. I am a huge fan of Brendan Fraser. He's one of my favorite actors. I've actually been doing a series where I review his movies on my channel and stuff, so I was very excited to see that he was getting a lot of critical acclaim when this movie came out, and I went and saw it, and I don't know if I'd say it's his best movie for sure, but I would say as far as dramatic performances goes, this is hands down the best dramatic performance Brendan Fraser has given us, and he's gave us some pretty good ones in the past, like Gods and Monsters and School Ties and everything, but I feel like this is easily his best performance. It's a really good story, very sad movie and everything, but it's got a great performance from him. Sadie Sink is great in here too, and it's just a really, really good story and everything. It's sad, it's emotional, but it's really well done and everything, and Brendan Fraser is great in this movie. He definitely deserved that Oscar that he won that year and everything, and The Whale is definitely my favorite movie of 2022. So anyway, let me know in the comments what your favorite movies of 2022 are. I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.